Let's cool that temperature off just a little bit more. And it seems I have a message. Let's see what this is really quick. And I believe we are live. Welcome to the Not Dave Grohl Show, Season 2, Episode 6, where we apparently only make content when we want to, and when we don't, we don't. Of which I probably owe you guys some explanation this evening. Oh, but the truth of the matter is that I've been busy because I've been playing shows and I've been preparing for shows. And I have been playing a lot of drums, which you can see are not in the studio as per last episode. They are out in the hallway right now because I was too lazy to put them somewhere else. And I wanted to set up and do this because this evening, kids, we have a teachable moment. Because I need to go through the tones for tomorrow's set, which, by the way, if you did not know, not that I have been not promoting the absolute shit out of this, but we are playing a show tomorrow out at Satellite Beach at a little place called Beachside Retro Records. I think I got those words in the right order. I'm not sure. But if I didn't, I need some headphones volume. I can barely. Oh, now I can hear myself too much. There we go. But yes, our time slot is 8 p.m. The tickets are $10 a piece. Come out, watch us compete as we battle the bands for a prize and prestige and the legendary status, whatever that may be. I don't know. It's all rock and roll. It'll all be fun. And I'm going to turn my mic slightly this way so that I'm getting better signal. But anyways, yes, I've been very busy with that. And as anybody who has been following me on Instagram and Facebook knows, we played a show 2 weekends ago in the middle of a tropical storm, which I nearly died getting to the show because it went right over the city that I live in. And the wind and the rain made it absolutely whiteout conditions. It was quite the night. We ended up having a really, really good time. Ended up playing a really good show. Got to meet a couple of really good bands. Shout out to the Hot Seat in particular because they were a lot of fun to talk to. But getting down to it, we have been doing really, really well as a band, and based on that, we are getting offered some new opportunities to play shows. There have been 3 dates in October that we are considering, but we don't have dates for them yet. One of which could very well be a Halloween show, though, which could be a lot of fun. Of which I immediately proposed if we don't open that set with a typo negative song, we're not doing Halloween right. But we did have a error during the set. I don't know how else to say this, but we totally screwed the pooch on the song, and part of it was on my guitar tone. So I want to take the opportunity because we practiced last Saturday, and I noticed that my guitars were adding my lead guitar tone in particular was adding a lot of feedback to the PA system, which was making it very hard for the drummer to hear what I was doing. And I think that might have been where we went wrong. But if you're going to be in a band, you are going to make mistakes and you're going to fuck up. And the only thing that you can do in those situations is pretend like you know what the hell you're doing. And then recover the set on the next song, which I went back to my normal guitar tone for. Which, you know, we ended up, other than that one mistake, we ended up doing a really, really, really great set. And the audience was very, very into it. And we ended up winning a lot of people over that night, which I am very, very happy about. And that's all that really matters at the end of the day. But when you've got something like that that could go wrong, you should take the time to figure out what it is and fix it. And that is what we are going to do tonight. And if I still have things to talk about while I am doing that, I am going to proceed to strip my nails so that I can repaint them this nice, pretty shade of purple that matches my guitars. While I continue to talk to you guys, this is an impromptu episode, so I'm not really expecting too many people to come in here. I'm just doing this primarily because I have the opportunity to work on something on camera that some of you musicians might run into. And not only that, I haven't made an episode in a while. And I want you people to know that, yes, I am still doing this. And yes, I am still committed to it. And once it slows down, I will get back to making episodes on a regular basis. Just not recently because we've just had too much to prepare for. So, that being said, is there anything else I want to go over before I start digging into this evening? I don't think so. Well, there's a few other things, but we'll save that for the end. So let's go ahead and get this over here. As you see me shifting my eyes because I'm moving OBS over to here, and I need to get HX Edit open because the primary thing I need to do is tweak the lead tone in my pod because it is creating way too much feedback and it is really bad. And let's go ahead and switch views. Okay, perfect. We can't really work on guitar tones without a guitar. For that matter, we can't work on a guitar tone if it's not punched in. So let's do that really quick. And we are going to do some tuning really quick. That sounds really out. This is what happens when your guitars stay in cases and are always going somewhere. Ooh, that was really out. All right. And let's get HX Edit back up on the screen here, and we are going to switch to this patch, which is the one in question. It is the one referred to as... See, and that doesn't sound that bad when fed through studio gear, but I have to accept that it is a problem. So And that sounds pretty good. Even though I think it could be a tiny bit brighter. But this is the main one that we need to work on, and it looks like the fuzz that I've got on this. Yeah, that is a tiny bit too muddy. So I think our problem is probably the amount of fuzz that I'm adding. So let's take this out real quick. Maybe that fuzz is just not what I'm looking for. And I might have my reverb dialed up a little too high, but we'll work on that in a second. Let's take this back to about here. And that does get really muddy. So let's see here. That is just a room reverb. Let's take both of these out. All right. It's a little bit cleaner. I did not realize that the delay that I was using was adding so much to that. Almost makes me wonder if put that in snapshot mode. I'm going to put this in snapshot mode. How do I want to approach this? Because I want chorus in there to smooth it out, but not if it is going to cause the issues that it caused. Let's turn the reverbs back on really quick. I may disable the room on this patch. Let's cut that one off. And then it just gets really muddy again. And I might have this mixed a little too high. Let's dial that back just a bit. Well, that cleans up a lot better. A little bit better. I guess the big question is and it's peaking at about the level that I want. Right in that 11 to 12 dB range. All right, so the only thing that we can do is give this a test. And in order to do that, is run through the songs that I'm going to be using that on, which we can do that by I have a render out. Call that track. The song is 124 beats a minute. And we will go ahead and insert the instrumental version of this track, and then I'm just going to play along to it. To about right there. Maybe I'll do it like right there. Make sure the metronome is off, and I'm gonna have to. All right, that works. And we're gonna turn loop off. And that sounds a lot better. A lot better. That was a lot cleaner. I don't know. You guys want to let me know in the comments what you think? I would greatly appreciate it, but I think that actually sounds pretty good, and I think that gets the big problem out, which is all of that really annoying feedback. That it was causing before, that I guess I just got so used to hearing it that it just did not bother me that much, but it was apparently screwing up our drummer, and that is not a good thing. But I think I want to run through that one more time just to do it. And I'm pretty sure that if it's working well with that song, then it is going to work just fine with our other original that we are doing tomorrow night. That is just my guess, because it uses a similar guitar tone. Shout out to Gray Skies, whoever you are, because your identity is elusive, but you do write some pretty awesome songs. I guess let's go ahead and do this again. Hey, what's up, Antoine? How are you doing? All right. Yeah, I like that a lot better. That makes me feel a lot more confident or confident. It's like competent, but not really. Um, yeah, we got royalty in the chat right now. Easy came in to say what's up real quick. Um, dude, thank you for joining, man. That's awesome of you. I really appreciate that. Um, but yeah, little things like that could screw up your drummer. Fix them. That's the bottom line. And yeah, that sounds a lot better. So I am going to double check that that is committed and saved in here so that it is ready to go for tomorrow night. And I think the only other thing I want to do, I need to go grab my Charvel really quick because we are in our set, we are doing a cover of Paramore's All I Wanted, and I want to go over my clean guitar tone because it's the only track that I have a relatively unaffected guitar tone on, and I want to make sure that that is sounding right. So let me go grab the case for that really quick, and I'll be right back, guys. Okay, we are back. Let's. All right. Wrong one. Oh, and that's the other thing I needed to fix. I don't have a color set for that button for some reason, and now I've got to remember how to do that. There we go. And what did I have it set to? I'm not using that color yet. We'll go with violet. I've got purple nails. I need at least one purple patch. Let me tune this thing really quick. That's good. That's good. All right, that sounds pretty good and in tune. Okay, so apparently I do have this a little bit of affected. Yeah, but it does not feel right enough. And I should not be looking in my compressor settings for that. It's probably, go ahead and add that in a snapshot mode, add that in a snapshot mode. Give it just a little. Still a tiny bit bassy, so maybe cutting the mids here a little bit. All right. I cannot cue this up for copyright reasons, but I'm going to play through the intro of this really fast. Why does it still sound out of tune? That's pay all these money for all these guitars so that they have lock-in tuners on them, and they still don't stay in tune. All right, that sounds a little bit better. Let's try it again. Let me try to play it correctly. All right, that works pretty nicely. Just a mild adjustment that needed to be made there. Just a tiny bit brighter, a little less mid-range, so it doesn't sound so flat on stage. And, of course, try it again. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Yep, and those settings. It's a shame because I love this guitar and I only have one song that I use it on stage for at this point in time. I actually have gotten very, very reacquainted with C-sharp tuning. It's a very warm but not warm kind of sound. It's like that right in the middle. That was the other mistake I made. I accidentally hit this delay patch when I did the intro for this last time. So there was a trailing echo, but that's really neither here nor there because it still actually sounds quite good. Good old Alice in Chains tuning. What is it? One of many, many Alice in Chains songs that I know. At least I'm not serenading you guys with covers of Police songs, which I'm totally going to do now because I just said that. We'll try it like this. I don't know. That's really bad, but actually, yeah, we got that song. What is it? And that's literally the only two riffs in that song that I play. But it is still a very, very fun, very rockin' tune. So weird playing that with all that delay in there. Almost sounds like a Dream Theater tune called Lifting Shadows Off a Dream, which I think it goes something like... Not quite enough delay in there to pull that off, but... I don't know, it goes something like that. That has a surprisingly good amount of carry for a delay patch. Normally you can't get that kind of articulation out of it. So yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Actually, that song, I think. That's the way it goes on the record, but Incubus does a really, really awesome acoustic cover of it that actually ends up combining the guitar and the bass part, so they end up playing it. And it's really pretty, and it's really stripped back, which a song like that actually does really well stripped back. I am being tagged in posts. What are you people tagging me in? What are you people tagging me in? But I think I have my final patches for tomorrow. And once again, for those of you that feel like you need a day at the beach, come out to Beachside Retro Records. That's a lot of I'm tired, but we go on at 8 p.m. We have a 30-minute set, which is shorter than what we played a couple of weeks ago, but you know, I think I think the whole thing starts at 2, and I think there are 9 bands total playing, and we are second to last. So should be a pretty good time. And there should be a lot of really good bands because, I mean, it is a competition. And from what I've heard, a lot of the bands that were there for round 1 and round 2 were pretty awesome. So not only that, I get to live out my dream of playing a set in a record store, which I am thrilled to be doing. I was joking with everybody, and I don't think anybody got the joke, but I was like, yeah, we should totally do a cover of Y'all Want a Single. Because that song, like the video they did for it, they were trashing a record store in it, but nobody bit, so we're not doing that one. Not only that, I don't think Leah could do a passable Jonathan Davis. But I don't know. She is a woman of many talents, so I suppose she could probably scat with the best of them. But we will definitely not be doing that song. But we will be doing a couple of fun pop punk songs towards the end of the set, which I am having a lot more fun playing than I thought I would. But for that matter, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this episode. to everybody who joined. Thank you. Big shout out to Boneasy for taking a few minutes to come in here and say hello. For those of you guys who don't know, he is a uh, rapper and hip hop artist that me and a bunch of friends of mine shot a music video with him last year for Sammy Guevara, who is a wrestler in the AEW. Some of you might know who he is. But he dropped an absolutely stellar album. What, last month? I want to say it was last month. Might have been June. But I really enjoyed listening to it. So you guys should go and check it out. It is on Spotify and presumably other streaming services. It is called Erica's Son 2. And it has a very, very old school kind of vibe to it. So I was really enjoying it. It kind of brought me back to my teenage days, which are a few hundred years ago at this point. But that being said, I am going to go ahead and call it because I need to strip my nails down and redo them, because being a guitar player who wears makeup and fingernail polish, this is what happens after a show. Like, it just flakes off because you're picking and it's scraping against the strings. I am sure there is a solution for that, but I don't know. It's kind of rock and roll. If it's not a little bit banged up, then it probably doesn't belong there. But anyways, so those of you that joined this evening, I greatly appreciate it, whether it was for 5 seconds or 5 minutes. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, come back next time. Maybe I'll be doing something more to your liking. And this is a reminder that in the last couple of episodes, I've been joking, or, well, I haven't been joking. It may have come across as a joke. That if you guys get me to 1,000 subscribers in YouTube by the end of the year, that is December 21st, or December 21st. Wow. December 31st, New Year's Eve of this year, I will do a ground up cover of Everlong. And the reasoning for that is that one of my viewers was watching my channel and he thinks it is completely unreasonable that I'm calling myself the Not Dave Grohl Show, but also not doing any Foo Fighters content. So I will do that from the ground up, including playing the drums live, tracking them live. And I have been keeping up with that, by the way. I have been playing daily. Part of the reason why I've not been streaming so much is because I've had it set up right here until about an hour and a half ago. It is actually, I don't know if I can get the camera to go this far, but out in my hallway right now. So get back there, cable. Because I disassembled it in haste and moved it out of the room so that I could actually sit in here and be in front of the computer, because there is like maybe 4 inches of space. I know it looked a lot bigger. This room looks huge on camera, and it's really not. But yeah, there's about 4 inches of space. There's no way I'm going to be able to get between the drum kit and here. So I need to find an alternate place to set that up so I can continue to practice, and then only bring it in here when I need to track some stuff. But I did do some tracking with it, and it actually came out really good, and then I forgot to save it and contact froze on me. So I can't play it back. But yes, I am keeping up with my drum lessons and all that stuff, and I'm getting okay. I'm probably further along than most people at I guess not even 2 months of playing. I got it on July 4th, and it's not even September yet. So yeah, I haven't even been playing a drum kit for 2 months. And every time I go over to our drummer Regal's house for practice, I get on his kit for a few minutes while everybody's loading in gear. And the thing I've noticed is that it is a lot easier to play an acoustic kit than it is to play an electronic one. A lot easier. I mean, for obvious reasons, there's a lot more surface area on an acoustic kit. But at the same time, like just everything, I don't know, it just feels more organic, I guess. Like the drum heads have a better response than what the mesh heads on that kit does. But I have no room to set up a full size kit in this house. That being said, I'm probably going to end up buying one at some point in time because why not? But yes, that is still a thing for those of you that thought I was kidding about that. I'm not. If I hit 1,000 subscribers or higher by December 31st, I will do that all live on camera, including the recording and the mixing, and then I will pass it off for someone else to do vocals on. But that being said, it is time for me to click the stop stream button and terminate this interaction with the ether and go do important rockstar things like put on nail polish. So, do me a favor. Click the like buttons, click the subscribes, twist the knobs, pull some levers. Yes, I actually did the Invader Zim quote in Invader Zim voice tonight. Because Invader Zim's awesome. But, all right, people, it's time to go. So